This Road to the Dome report is sponsored in part by Wendys. Now, see who's on the road to the Dome.
Welcome back to Road to the Dome, everybody. We're having so much fun doing this. We're going to keep doing it right through the final game of the Final Four on Monday. Well, IU fell short of the Final Four, but it's going to be a long award season for Hoosier star Calbert Cheaney. It began today when the player who had almost no negatives as a senior won the Eastman Award from Kodak as the College Player of the Year chosen by the coaches. It's a pretty nice piece of hardware there, but it's only the first of what should be many for Cheaney. It's also a front runner for the AP Player of the Year as well as the Wooden Award, and why not? When you lead your team to a 31-4 record, the Big Ten title, and average more than 22 points a game and becoming the conference's all-time leading scorer. Hey, so now that your college career is over, Cal, what will you do next?
I'm just going to, try and stay in shape and lift weights and get ready for class. Definitely go to class and get that paper. Most definitely get that paper, that diploma.
Now, that is in the future. Let's look to the past. It was 6 years ago tonight that IU beat Syracuse in New Orleans to win the national championship, but it was not easy. You remember this man, Keith Smart, who took over down the stretch for IU, hit the shot, gets the ball from Darryl Thomas, and lets fly, and it goes. Putting IU up 74-73. The stunned Orangeman didn't call timeout for a couple of seconds, and Smart picked off the desperation inbounds pass. It gave Indiana its 5th national title 6 years ago tonight. Well, the 4 teams who made it to New Orleans this year include 3 #1 seeds. It's the first time that has ever happened. North Carolina could be the team to beat now that Indiana's out. And hey, there is a Hoosier involved. Lawrence North grad Eric Montross leads the Tar Heels into their matchup with Kansas. Carolina was also the #1 team in the country for a while this season. They're looking for UNC's first title since '82. The game plan against KU Saturday, go out and have some fun.
I think it's going to be a lot of emotion. Individuals working as a team, not necessarily structured by one player or another that the other team knows. And I think that that's part of the excitement for the coaches, Coach Williams and Coach Smith, and the teams together. This is going to be just a real emotional, fun game.
Kentucky takes on Michigan in the other national semi. It's doubtful the Wildcats are going to be able to keep up their record-breaking run of the tournament. They've won each of their first 4 games by more than 20 points. No one's ever done that before. Remember, these guys were on probation just a few years ago. They've come almost all the way back. Now their coach wants them to remember to be laid back.
This is something that they've worked very hard for. It started in the spring of last year. It's gone all summer, fall, and now the winter. And they deserve to be rewarded with a good time, and that's the way we've handled this whole tournament. To have fun, go out and have a good time, and not have any fear of failure.
Ed Sorensen loved St. Louis so much, he's headed to New Orleans anyway, even though the Hoosiers are not. Look for reports from Ed later this week. Well, the high school season ended Saturday night in the Hoosier Dome, but mark your calendars for December 29th. That's when the Hall of Fame Classic at Newcastle will match Paoli against Newcastle, followed by Vincennes against East Noble. That just announced today. The Girls Hall of Fame Classic the day before has Rushville, Lafayette Jeff, Seeger, and Owen Valley. Anderson's Kojak Fuller is the only unanimous pick on this year's AP All-State Boys team for '93. The 5'7" guard averaged 28.8 points a game, 3rd best in the state. Finished off his career with 47 in the loss to Ben Davis in the Hinkle semi-state 10 days ago. Sharon Wilkerson, who led Jeffersonville to the state championship, they beat BD in the title game, is also in the All-State squad after averaging 17 points a game. He's bound for IU in the fall. Here is the whole first team. Kojak and Sharon, 6'3" Butler recruit Matt Graves of White River Valley, 6'8" Greg Schornsteed from Lafayette Jeff, and star guard Randy Zachary of Anderson Highland. That's it for Road to the Dome tonight, but not the end of our sportscast. Coming up, the 2 best teams in the NBA go head-to-head. Air Jordan against Sir Charles, the Bulls against the Suns. See what happened next.
Dear Dave, thanks for reducing the price on Wendy's Hamburger Kids Meal. My mom and dad felt a lot of conflict over this price-value issue, but now that's a moot point. For just $1.99, I get a hamburger, fries, drink, and a neat toy. And I don't have to go to that other place. Hey, that's funny stuff. Eating together is now a very positive experience. Respectfully, Christopher Gordon McKinnon.
Dear Christopher, how old did you say you were?
$1.99 Hamburger Kids Meal, part of Wendy's Family Savings Plan.
Tomorrow only, 9 to 9, Indy's Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries and Emmerich's Furniture are having an incredible 12-hour sale. Save 20 to 40% on everything. Get an additional 5 to 10% discount with Emmerich's coupon in tomorrow's Indianapolis Star. Plus an extra discount for cash and free statewide delivery. Now is the time to invest in beautiful quality furniture. See you tomorrow from 9 to 9 only at Indy's Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries or Emmerich Furniture Stores all around town.
Settle down, settle down. Now, about this new guy with the mulching mower.
We must protect the image of our community.
Why can't he get a Toro recycler lawn more like the rest of them?
His mulcher's not the same. It doesn't work like this Toro recycler.
It can leave clumps and tall grass. It's an eyesore.
I've seen this happen over in Oakdale last year.
I'm calling my realtor.
It's him.
Toro Recycler Lawnmowers for a clean lawn, even in tall grass.
Get ready for the 7th annual WRTV-6 Do-Run Run. It's a great way for all you runners and walkers to warm up for the mini marathon. This year's 10K run and 5K walk benefits Special Olympics. The Do-Run Run is sponsored by Burger King and M-Plan. Register now for the Do-Run Run, Sunday, April 25th at the IUPUI Track and Field Stadium.
Clean lawn, even in tall grass.
Get ready for the
time's biggest stars. Soap stars tell their hottest bedtime stories on the next Montel Williams Show.
Wednesday at 10 on WRTV-6.
Welcome back, folks. If you like the Suns-Bulls highlights I'm about to show you, just wait. You may see some more of them in the NBA Finals in June. Tonight, though, was just the second regular season meeting between these two teams who had the best two records in the league. Mike and Chuck may be on a collision course, but the Suns wrecked the Bulls in the first half thanks to Cedric Ceballos, who had 21 in the first 24 minutes, two there on the stuff. Back comes Jordan, though. He finished with 44, 23 in the first half. Drives for the lefty jam here, but Chicago trailed 65-58 at the break. Late in the game, the Suns go for the jugular. Kevin Johnson to Barkley. Sir Charles had 26. The Suns get revenge, beating the Bulls 113-109. Shaq and the Magic moved a half game ahead of the Pacers in the playoff hunt. Greg Kite follows the Shaq miss in the jam here. O'Neal only had 7 points, but that was not the story. This was. Watch this. 2 minutes to go. Shaq working down low on Bill Laimbeer, and they almost go at it. And then Alvin Robertson tries to play peacemaker, and they do go at it. Shaq takes the big swipe at him, and that's it. He's tossed out of the game. Robertson was tossed a little bit later. Isaiah Thomas even got thrown out of this one. The Magic won 105-91, first time they've ever beaten Detroit. Quickly to the scoreboard, the Knicks now have the best record in the East after beating Sacramento. Miami dumps Charlotte back to the 500 mark. The 76ers have lost 24 of their last 28, and San Antonio beat Seattle 99-97. Greg and Dion will be back right after this break. See you later.